What is up and is going on, guys? Simpzy here, and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 15 Newcastle United Career Mode. To start this episode off, we have the squad report. Yang Mbiwa has gone up a +3. Matic has got an okay sort of form now. Obviously, it was bad at Chelsea. Antonio Griezmann has gone up a +1. Remy Cabella is in excellent form. He's gone up a +2, scoring 19 goals this season. Adel Taarabt has gone up a +2. Jovetic absolutely robbed to not go up a stat. He scored 31 goals in all competitions at the moment, which is absolutely crazy. Silva's gone up a +1 as well. Lasogga has gone up a +2, is an 81 overall. He's in good form, but he's kind of unhappy. I'm really quite surprised Wanyama hasn't gone up any. Virgile has gone up a +1. My 5-star skiller Dutchman, my scout future star. Langrak has gone up a +1. But guys, in today's episode, we have two matches. The first of which is against Manchester United, and then later on in the episode, we have a match against Derby County. Now, we do have some potential job offerings here. I just wanted to show you guys, just for the sake of it. We won't be moving on, and probably, depending on how Season 3 goes with the Newcastle United Career Mode, and really depends where we end up this season as well. But speaking of where we end up, let me know in the comment section down below, where do you think we'll finish in the Barclays Premier League and the Champions League. So let's quickly talk about the last episode, because that's got a Champions League tie in there. The first match of that episode, we ended up winning 4-0 over Leicester, away at the King Power Stadium. I do believe that's what Leicester's ground is. Quote me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you will anyway. Jovetic ended up picking up man of the match and the 1 goal. Adel Taarabt and Remy Cabella picked up 1 as well. And speaking of Remy Cabella here, he got absolutely minced by Rafael. And I don't usually change the penalty kick taker, but seeing that Remy Cabella was the main man, the holy and solely person running down there, he managed to draw it. But I would usually step up with Jovetic, but seeing he did draw it, Remy Cabella is going to step up, and he's, I don't know, he hasn't got that good penalty kicking stats as a 76, but the only way he's going to improve that is stepping up, and once if, God forbid, Jovetic gets injured. So Remy Cabella steps up against Manchester United. Will he start off the scoring? And of course he does, straight down the middle just before the 18th minute to start off the scoring at Old Trafford. And none other against Manchester United. So a good goal there from Cabella. Matic running in there. Adel Taarabt, Stones, sorry, not Jones, but straight down the middle, a quite comfortable goal, and David De Gea was nowhere near to score to save that. Now, we did have a match in the Champions League against Borussia Mönchengladbach. We ended up quite comfortably winning 3-0 in our first Champions League match in the round of 16. Jovetic ended up picking up 2 goals in that match, Remy Cabella with the man of the match, and Adel Taarabt picking up the other goal. So, it's going to be interesting to see where we finish in the Champions League. We're currently 3-0 up on aggregate, so depending on who we get drawn against in the quarters, we'll really see up our semis. Do you think I'll even get past the quarters, or I might even get to the semis? Let me know in the comment section down below. But we do manage to whip one in here. It falls short to Matic. Fellaini wasn't marking him, and he's trying to get onto that left boot. He gets a shot off, but it was only just wide. But it wasn't a comfortable win. It was kind of boring, to say the least. We couldn't get our shots really on target, and it was only a 1-0 victory over United. But still 3 points that we really wanted to grab. We also have a match against Derby now. Now, I did actually get an offer from Everton to go be their manager. That was an actual offer. That wasn't a browse job offer. So I found that quite interesting, but I didn't really want to abandon, why would I abandon Newcastle at the moment? We most likely might win the Premier League this season, and we're in the round of 16 in the Champions League. Everton, it doesn't make sense. Jovetic is currently the top goal scorer of the Premier League, followed by Diego Costa and, surprisingly, Ade, which I found interesting. But we do have a match in St. James Park, of course, against Derby County. So this one should be an interesting one as well. So guys, if you are enjoying this FIFA 15 Newcastle United Career Mode, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like on this video. Look at this, Cabella with the volley from Jovetic. Imagine if he buried that in the top of the net. But like I said, guys, I really appreciate a like. It only takes a second. It really puts my channel out there, and I would really appreciate it. And we are versing a derby here. I don't know why it's taking so long for this free kick to warm up. Antonio Greitzman will be the one whipping it in for us. So, I don't know, he's had a shaky sort of season. He's been solid. I would have thought he would have been, I don't know, just a little bit more, I don't know, clinical, I guess. Sissoko there, not being clinical. Antonio Greitzman on the ball. So, he's fantastic on the ball. He's got some great movement. But he just hasn't been scoring for me. But I guess it's usually just the Remy Cabella and the Jovetic show there. I was quite surprised that he actually got a finesse off there, scooping and diving against Derby. And they were really quite solid at the back. We couldn't seem to get anything past them. But it was Sissoko there to make it 1-0 against Derby. And he was really quite lucky to score there. We had a lot of chances early on, and it was interesting to see Derby hold out for so long. But Sissoko manages to find a through ball to Jovetic. Jovetic with the Ronaldo chop and manages to fall back to Sissoko, who he did score the first goal, nearly claimed his second. But Lasogga, fresh off the bench, manages to get up on the score sheet and makes it 2-1. So it's going to be the time with the impact subs now. But it was a good free kick there, corner kick there from Antonio Greitzman, the Frenchman, to whip it into the beast, German Lasogga, who... he's good fresh off the bench. I just can't see him getting into the start of 11 anywhere. We're playing a 4-2-3-1 essentially. I can't drop Jovetic. I can't drop Remy Cabella, God forbid. And I also can't drop Adel Taarabt and Antonio Greitzman. And he can't go on the centre defensive mid role. But Wanyama, the other impact sub, comes off the bench to make it 3-0 against Derby. And it was pretty much the Lasogga and Wanyama's show there. But he's actually really quite good. I did put him up front instead of playing the defensive mid role. But I'm just really quite surprised that he hasn't gone up in stats. He's just a glitch player. So maybe next season I'm going to have to loan him out and then recall him to maybe get his stats up. But Lasogga, Sissoko, and Wanyama end up getting up on the score sheet on that match. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've watched all the way through, I really do appreciate it. And I'll be bringing out more Newcastle United Career Mode and content to my YouTube tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Simpzy out.